My direct commentary on Ecclesia Mysteria by Tao Constantine is officially over with, but we go on to the appendixes that I wrote to continue from the Myriads of Satanism to the Gnostic and Christian Satanism of Ecclesia Mysteria by Tao Constantine. Appendix 1. The Sons of Light, the Sons of Darkness, and Other Sects. The Sons of Light and the Sons of Darkness are most known by the Magilat, Malachamat, Bani Aur, Bebani Ushuk, are the texts called War of the Sons of Light against the Sons of Darkness. These terms can be accepted differently by different factions of both sides, but in the book of the Wars of the Sons of Light against the Sons of Darkness, it takes the side of Yahweh versus Ha-Satan, the adversary. Ha-Satan, the continual scourge. Shaitan, the urinator, or gift of the metaphysical beast. So the darkness would be Satan by one of those three names. We must also remember that some say the infernal has its own light, or is the true light. To find the origins of these latter texts of groups called Essenes, we can look at Beni Amun in Genesis 19:37 through 38. Ban Ami is the ancestor of and brother of Mawab, Palisht, and Ai Kittiim min Ashur are listed as the sons of darkness, are Bani Belial, Bani Chawashak, and Bani Lawi. Bani Lawi, Bani Banyamin, or Bani Benayam, and Bani Yehuda are the sons of light, or Bani Aur. In a conceptual sense, 1 Thessalonians 5:1 through 12 can refer to the children of darkness as those of the undesirable and predatory qualities that the children of the day are willing to overcome and die to prevent being a part of. Ephesians 5:5 through 16 talks about liberation from being of the sons of disobedience towards being pleasing to the Lord in the areas of life they were incurring wrath and to stay away from their company and involvement in their works. In the context here, we would call the Lord Abraxas, and the Spirit or Lady as Barbelo, and the Christ, Son, or Awakener as Abitur Amento. Luke 16:1 through 13 is the parable of serving two masters. We see this in hypocrisy and how some magicians try to manipulate God's side and Satan's side. Verse 8 reminds us of how humanity is stewards of the earth, and the sons of this age and place are more in the right than the sons of the light. This tu Eunos, tu is apraxis, and those with friends by mamuna the Adekias will fall to their eternal dwellings in their failings together. Oh, their friends by Mamona, Tahas, Adikias will fall to their eternal dwellings in their failings together. Both faithfulness, our wiseness, and unfaithfulness and wickedness are things far greater than we may realize. We must not forget that the worldly is a tool instead of either something to treat as a god or to avoid. John 12:35-39 is like Al-Quran 304 in how it speaks of those with faith only while the embodiment of the Master is around. Because remember, Jesus is the character by which we know the action side of God, the aberramento. Those with proper beliefs in the true light become sons of light. The next 12 verses remind us that the spiritual master is a vehicle who didn't come to show their own doctrine, but give an example of what we may fulfill by our own beliefs and deeds, which expel darkness by their light. That's what's being said by the I am the way, the truth, and the light. That's said by every sent one. That sort of thing is about every sent one to the Father. He's not the Father. So something different. Something of a previous generation. Something separate from him. But he's the way, so you got to follow him. Matthew 7:21. Lord, Lord. No. You got to do the will of the one who sent me. What am I teaching? You got to do that. Next 12 verses remind us that the spiritual vehicle come to show their own doctrine. We give an example of what may fulfill by our own beliefs and deeds, which expel darkness by their light. Joshua 18:5 mentions the 7 territories of the sons of light, and 19:40-48 mentions the 7th lots falling to Bani Dan and their successful war against Am Lesham, which were as the sons of darkness or Bani Chashik. 2 Samuel 2:9 mentions how the sons of light are guarded in their efforts, while those wicked sons of darkness die in their chashik, or darkness. Ezekiel 38 and 39 and Daniel 7-12 take those into an end-time scenario, with enemies that are not mere blood and soil, but a communal uprising to meet their opposition with correct thoughts, words, and deeds according to the plan of the real God. Proverbs 25:21 could lead towards a form of Satan, and the demons are not only helped, but given oblation offerings, which may go beyond food and drink or other forms of symbolic flesh and symbolic blood, which is central to many Mithric cults, which faded upon the appearance of mainstream Christianity. Still pretty strong for a couple generations, but it started to fade at that point, and Christianity became basically the only Mithric game in town. Certainly by Constantine. They were the dominant force at that point. And after the origin, in the 2nd century CE, after the last of the canonical Gospels had its initial forms, things really were stronger at that point. Matthew 5:44 and Luke 6:27-38 could lead us towards the formation of a form of Christian Satanism that is based on loving and praying for Satan and the demons, as of the highest of godly good. As for other sects, we can say much, but it suffices to maintain how Isaiah 44:9-20 speaks of the demiurges among those with a human quality who make idols, take bread, carved objects, and nature, to treat them as gods and goddesses. So, The next section, which should come up very quickly after this one is posted, Appendix 2, some biblical teachings that support alternative views.